Well, we are off. This is one of the several 48-hour moorings close to the Anderton Boat Lift. I stayed up that way, around that corner before. Beautiful little location. But anyway, I'm heading down to the boat lift, and that is why I'm a bit excited today. It's boat lift day! Oh my god! It's boat lift day. So, going down onto the Weaver navigation. People call it the River Weaver. It's not. It's a sort of canalised waterway, rivery thing. So, oh, and a guy just recognised me on the towpath. So that's like 3 months. You know, the likes of your Brad Pitts do get recognised a tad more frequently than once every 3 months. I'll grant you that. But you know, once in 3 months, it's once more than nothing, isn't it? Which is what the riff-raff ordinary boaters, they never get recognised, do they? Hey? Oh dear. We've fallen slightly short of 15 million subscribers that I estimated for the first 2 weeks. Now I don't know if I'm slightly early here. Well, I am. Let's see how early I am. It is now 20 past 11. I'm not meant to be there until 20 to 12, so another 20 minutes before I'm officially meant to be there. Let me see, there's boats in there. There are boats in there. Damn. Okay. But there are some bollards on the right and the left. So what I'll do is I'll just pull up on the bollards here, and I'll be ready to go in, you know, well, whenever I get the shout, I guess. I'm going to go forwards and check out. I need a couple of reds to get myself going. Oh, it's a tourist attraction. It's surrounded by tourists. Oh my god. Well, fortunately, I'm not doing anything other than driving in. I'm not required to do anything clever or complicated. So there's very little for me to screw up in front of this significant audience. So that's something. But it's a little bit more forward. Bring myself into the bank. So this is my official, this is the official spot where you wait to go down. So that's good. For once I'm in the right place. So I'm just going to get the boat in. Okay, so I'm just going to get the boat in. Okay, and I'm going to slow the boat down a little bit. I'm not going to slow it down too quick, just let the rope pay out gently. That's it. I'm not bringing a boat to an instant standstill, never do that round a bollard. It strains the bollard, it strains the ropes, it just doesn't seem like a clever idea, does it? Anyway, there's a boat coming out. There's a boat just coming out of there, look, see? Oh, there's two boats, there's one. I thought, I don't know what's going on. I thought there were 2 boats per chamber. But there's one boat just come out and there's another boat just come out over there. Oh, they've come out of the same chamber. It looked like they didn't. I'm blabbing and making excuses. Right. So I'm now going to pull the boat back. And I'm going to moor up here. Yeah. I'm going down in a minute. Yeah. I'm pretty excited, I must admit. Yeah, first time. Nice one.
I just love it, man.
Yeah, nice one. Nice to meet you guys. Have a nice day. Take care. So these are the guys that are coming out. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the bollard to secure the boat, because the passing boats will drag it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It's like a jukebox. Well, maybe.
You're going down here?
I am, yeah. I'm not for half an hour, I think. I'm just going to go and have a word with them, I think. But I'll be the next one down, I think, yeah. My first time, so a bit exciting, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, you'll like it,
Yeah. Have you been down yourselves?
Oh, yeah, quite a few times, yeah. How did you go on in between tunnel that day when you went? Was still there, that boat?
Oh, sorry, I spoke to you guys. I do apologise. Do you know what? I've got such a bad memory for faces and names, sorry. But
in front of us, weren't you, up here? Yeah, up here, just up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I watched your boat.
Hillary P, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you again, folks, yeah. No, they were still there, those scallies. In fact, yeah, I went down there. Something else similar. I never got an answer to that, so I just thought, well, I'm going to assume it's okay. You know. But guys, listen, I do apologise. I'm going to have to jump in there, I think. Yeah, I'm going to see what's going on.
Yeah, you're going.
Okay, folks, going into Anderton Boat Lift. There's Trev behind me. Trev's Travels by Narrowboat, I think it's called. Lovely bloke. Absolutely astonishing. Astonishing piece of engineering. Right, just hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want the centre line, yeah?
Yes, please.
There we go.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry, I've given you a bit of pulling to do there. It suddenly gets a tad breezy when you're sort of exposed, and it pulls you out a little bit. Yeah. Do you want me to hold it and free you up, or shall I just stay? Because I can just sort of stand on here if you want, and hold the boat myself.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Oh, is it just so we make room?
Yeah, so you don't need to switch your engine off or tie off. You just hold it there.
Right.
Yeah, that's brilliant, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. There we go. So that is the nice gentleman operating the gate that seals the caisson. Or at least it seals this. It's like an aqueduct that sticks out from the slope. And ahead of us is the actual chamber. I think they call it the caisson. there it is. That's quite something, that, Trev, isn't it? That's quite something.
I guess it's to make sure the water levels are equal, sitting off the aqueduct and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, it stops taking out all rushing in.
It's an astonishing piece of technology, really.
Yeah, sure it is.
Honestly, it's still impressive even today.
Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, when the gate's up, I'll give you thumbs up. Make your wings together. Then I'll show you where to tie on then.
Right, okay. So you'll give us a thumbs up to move, yeah? Got you. Right. He wants us to go in together, Trev.
Okay.
So we'll just tick over whatever the...
No problem at all.
So, if you nose forwards a little bit, because my front end's coming out to block you a bit, you might need to just nudge me out of the way. Contact sport. That's usually an excuse for bad driving,
Yes,
but in this case I think...
Actually, probably the water pressure actually probably pushed it overboard. I didn't actually feel it bug.
yeah, it's... but what he's going to do, he's going to give us the thumbs up, he said. Look at the view down there, it's absolutely astonishing. Look, there's the Weaver. One day moorings down there. This is just it's a lovely view as well. So once the gates are up, just see them moving up there. Right, what's he doing? Okay, Trev, we're off. I'm just going to go tick over. Yeah, it's a fine craft though, Trev, I've got to say. I'm just cutting my revs to let you catch up a bit. Is that the cafe? Right, so...
Won't get grips on here.
Yeah, oh right, okay. To be honest with you, I'm just being careful not to hit the barrier at the end.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ready to... Because even though you're going slow, the momentum's still huge.
Well, this is a terrible reverse.
Yeah. Right. But we've got to go all a bit further into fit, haven't we? I'm just going to give it a teeny bit more.
Yeah, you're okay. There's a big rubber buffer on the end, so you're okay for now. Yeah, keep going.
There we go.
If you grab your stern rope, then just time them up there.
Right.
That's it.
Stern rope on there, got you.
Yeah.
Right, so... Hang on. If I just do a few winds, that'll do for now, won't it?
Yeah, you're fine.
Don't need to hitch it or anything.
Yeah, you're okay.
And stay away from the back.
Yeah.
Stay away from the guillotine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's awesome, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. And I know you must get a bit blasé because you see it every day, but it's such an impressive thing for the first time, you know.
Yeah.
Such an impressive structure.
Believe it or not, I've never actually been down
In a boat?
I've worked here since 2015, but I've never been down in a boat.
Oh.
Every time I'm doing the trip boat breaks down. Every time. Like,
Well, listen, if I come down again, I'll be sure to. You can jump on board.
Oh, brilliant.
But the trouble is, you're working on you. That's not going to. But never mind.
Okey dokey, you can switch your engine off when you're ready.
Engine off,
Thank you very much.
and down we go. So this is the most impressive part, I think. Amazing. I feel a bit childish saying it, but it's awesome, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I hardly slept last night thinking about it.
I felt a bit silly this morning because I was getting excited thinking about it. It's absolutely unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there's the Scottish one, the more modern design. Yeah. That must be a hell of a thing to
Yeah, strawberries at the back.
Can I just record that for my little thing?
Yeah.
Trev's back door stern garden. Tomatoes, beans, courgettes, did you say?
Yeah, but they didn't grow. They sort of died.
Yeah. But of course we got the weather for it now as well,
Yeah.
so are you going to get like a full crop, so to speak?
Strawberries are here. Been picking. They're wild strawberries. They're small, but I've been picking strawberries.
No.
Yeah, I'll get a good. Normally get quite a good. Back there.
And do you do that every year? Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little small this year. I don't have much this year. Normally it's more, but you know, there's things happen. But I've been across the big aqueduct in Wales.
Yeah.
I always get it wrong.
Well, I never got it right. Ponskasitli or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the nearest I ever got. And I watched the videos of what was his name, Dan Brown,
Yeah.
to try and learn because
Yeah.
he says it a few times. And so that was the nearest I got. It's still not right. I'll never get it. Right.
No, nor I.
They deliberately make it difficult for
Yeah.
And you see like a tiny steel rail, which is no wider than your gunnel.
I know.
It's no wider, and it's a lip, and you just look down. And
We're on the moon.
oh hello. It's like a James Bond contraption. Oh, and it's bouncing as well.
Yeah, they replace the steel over the winter. They're like really on the ramp, really hard plastic. So
Yeah.
it takes quite a while to bend in, you see.
That's one thing you never see on the YouTube videos. You don't see it bouncing. Now it's smoothing out a little bit now. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, have a good time, guys.
Thank you very much, young man. Cheers. What an astonishing thing. I've got to be honest, right, it does rank with the Ponskasitli Aqueduct.
I think it does, definitely. Oh,
Uh,
this one's coming up.
This is just amazing. And there's a little tourist cafe over there where they watch. So over there, the other caisson is now going up as we're going down. Do you know, Trev, I've got to say, despite all the YouTube videos I've watched, it still surprised me. The way this thing looks and works and feels. What an astonishing, a cathedral to our industrial past. It feels like it's enormous height of this framework. This is amazing. And up above us, that one going up. How heavy are those things? They're just enormous. The entire thing water and two 60-foot boats being held by a single pillar and thrust upwards. Astonishing. Right, now there's two ladies, Trev, waiting to take our photograph as we come out, so smart enough. Bib and tucker.
Afternoon, gentlemen. You made it. I made it.
Survived.
Safely. It was.
Yeah.
Just have to get you out now.
That was honestly, that's quite something,
I've
that.
got my own bed with me.
That is quite something, it really is. It's astonishing, honestly. I've watched YouTube videos where you don't get a sense of the scale until you're here.
Yeah, it's a piece of kit.
It really is.
And she's got her own personality. As I was explaining to yourself yesterday, it was, you know, she operates within certain parameters and limitations, and if she doesn't like it, she tells you. The computer says no. Well, you said that this one would be working today, this side. Sequences and try and work out where the messages were being lost.
Do you know, it's astonishing to think though, isn't it? This is like a marriage of this really old industrial, heavy duty sort of machinery, but with a computer, bang up to date computer control system managing it. It's a real sort of synthesis in a strange way.
It is, and that's part of the beauty of it in a way, in that, as you say, it's a marriage, and it's gone through some
divorces.
Some rocky patches in the past where, you know, it broke down. But, you know, they went to the council and they got it repaired. But it's never quite been the same since. when it starts off coming down, yeah. Again, that's a feature that we're still trying to iron out. We've got two different things. We've got a wedge in between the two, hydraulic grounds both sides. You've got drain valves, you've got control systems, and if you get a fault on one of them and you correct it, quite often it steps down the line to the next thing, because they all operate within certain
It's almost like organic.
It is unbelievable that, you know, it's got a personality.
Definitely got a mind of its own.
But yeah, I'm glad you like it.
It's astonishing, honestly. It's such an experience. No YouTube video can prepare you for the sort of the feeling of this giant, you know, metal. But it's amazing, honestly.
Get back in my position.
Right. Do you want us to untie or
Stay as
anything?
you are, so I give you the thumbs up, and then one at a time, don't care who goes first, one at a time. And I give you the thumbs up, let line go, and out through the lift. The only thing we ask is when you enter the main stream of the river, just give us a toot on the horn.
Right. Thank you very much, young man.
Is that a toot on the horn when we go on to the
Yeah, once we're on the river, toot on the horn. Right, well, as I'm a gentleman, Trev, if you want to go first, maybe you can do. Because I've got the bike, so if I have to moor across the river,
You don't mind.
it's no hardship for me, no.
All about doing millennium link. So I work to know I could do 6 miles an hour. That's be able to do 6 miles an hour.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can't do 6 in this.
I bet you can on the river. But yeah.
Because it's steeper.
Yeah. put your app on your phone.
I will do,
The
yeah.
speed app, and just check your speed if you want to do it.
I will do, mate, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I checked it and then I got to 8.9 miles an hour on the river track, so that'll do.
Right, do you know what? I'm going to try that. If I've got an app. I don't think I've got a speed app that I really
There's
trust.
loads of free ones.
Yeah. But I'll be interested to know. So you think if you do 3 on the canals, you'll do 6 on this kind of
Probably,
thing?
yeah.
Right. That almost looked visually as if my bow was going down, but it was the gate going up. There's a bit of an optical illusion going on.
There's the trip home again.
Well, if the gates are stuck, he's going nowhere.
There we go. Loads of people on the road.
Yeah, it was good. We're getting a terrible drip up there. Well, we're going to be on about 30 people's cameras here, Trev, so
Yeah. Better make it with sort of
big
look.
smiles, yeah. There we go. I'll catch you later, Trev.
See you, Tom.
Yeah, you take care, matey.
All day.
Get this show on the road. Now what's happening is Trev's wake is going to suck me forwards, I think. I'm going to sort of pin the stern against this side, and it will help to just lift the front off of the bank, because it's wood, so it's soft, not going to damage anything. Thank you very much indeed, young man.
Take care, my friend. I'll
Do
see
you,
on
do you
the
want a
way
little tooth now, or
back. No, I should go out into the main street.
as we go into mainstream? And thanks again, cheers.
See you on the way back. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. So what's happening is you've got to turn. Make a pretty sharp turn. So I'll catch you on the way back. So you've got to make a sharp turn. This is the trip boat, by the way. That's the rear view back to the lift. Just closing up. Quite a sight. And there's the River Weaver up ahead. And the River Weaver presumably carries on up that direction, that's the north. But myself and Trev are both going to Northwich. So this is going to be interesting now. I want to see what this boat will do. Trev was saying it'll go faster than I think it will on the river. So, let's find out. It's blowy as well down here. The wind was not a factor up on the cut, up above, which is yonder. And it's less than a mile as the crow flies from here down to Northwich. What an astonishing thing that is. It's as impressive as the Llangollen, sort of in a different way. Do you know what I mean? It's quite an experience. I don't wax too lyrical about it in case I sound like a weirdo, but it's quite an experience. Like a big iron cathedral, amazing thing. So let's see, right, what speed are we doing? Trev's motoring along there in front of me. Now this is saying, oh, this is only saying 3 miles an hour. Oh no, 3.6, 3.7. I always have to take an average, as you know it. I never get a reliable speed from it. I need to get a proper speeder, but certainly 3.5, 3.8. And Trev's actually pulling away. So he's going even faster. Now I haven't given this engine, now and again with diesel engines, you're meant to give them a few revs to, you know, blow the cobwebs out of them, sort of. The expression I've seen used is blow the crap out of the exhaust and systems. But look, there's 24-hour moorings here that you can stay at. Which are lovely, and because I've got the bike and it's so quick to reach Northwich, it would be no hassle for me to spend to moor here, except it is only 1 day, so it's not really that much. The 14-day moorings near Northwich are the ones I would prefer. Now, what most people have said who come down here, who spend time down here, they say that the moorings on the left-hand side near to Northwich town centre are usually fairly busy. Understandably, they're close to the town, they're locked, so they're secure, you know, all that. So they're generally quite busy, and and you know, people, they're popular. So I'm not counting on being able to get one of those on. They're like on a pontoon, so they'll float up and down as the river level rises. So that's cool. Safety is there as well. I need to just steer away from the bank a little bit. So let's see what I'm doing now. Speed wise, oh, it's saying 4.1, 4 miles an hour, 4.1, 3.6, 3.8, 4. I'm definitely somewhere between 3.7 and 3.9, I would say, looking at those averages. And I'm doing 1600 RPM, which I haven't done for a good while actually. Generally don't go anywhere near those RPM, maybe 1500 I think it was when I was on the Llangollen, going against the current in a very tight stretch where it was a strong current. But you know, not done it since, you know, since the winter. And even then, 1600. Briefly, I'm going to try 17 and see what it. Now you could see the difference. Could you hear that? There's like a, at 1700, 1650, 1700, there is an extra note of vibration, like a deeper vibration that comes into it. Oh yeah, that I don't like. So I'm staying at about 15. But check this out, look. This is a huge chemical works here. I think it's the Tatar Chemical Works. And it's really nice. It's lovely. Ooh, I like this, look. Oh, aye. Isn't it great? Isn't it grand? No, isn't it nice? I'm not. I think that's Lancashire, isn't it nice? Or it could be Yorkshire, I don't know. The phrase used for that sort of accent really in Liverpool back in the day was woolly back, and I think it had something to do with sexual relations with sheep, woolly back, and completely unjustified, obviously, as if like everybody, you know, who lives outside of the boundaries of the fair town would be immediately and strongly drawn to sexual interactions with sheep. This video is going to get banned, isn't it, if I sort of carry on down this? Apart from making me colossally unpopular. No, of course I'm joking. And that's all nonsense, allegedly. So, quick speed check, again out of interest. 3.7, 4, 3.9, 3.8, 4, 3.8. I think 3.8, which is the fastest this boat has moved, again in quite a few months. Well, what's noticeable, when I first got this boat on the River Nene, there were 1 or 2 times where I briefly revved up to nigh on 2000 RPM. Certainly 1700 was a fairly regular thing on that river, and it was okay. There was, the engine note would change, but there wasn't a vibration. The difference I've noticed now on this occasion, when I go to 17, there's that engine, there's a vibration. I'm going to try one more time. 16's okay, nothing unusual. 17, there's an extra vibration that I don't like. This, it's not just the engine note, it's vibration. So I'm going to stick to 16. Again, this will just be one of those rare occasions where I just sort of clear the tubes out on the exhaust, so to speak, for a little bit. Give the engine its head a little bit, because I very seldom do it, and it is good. I always keep it sort of 1300, 1200. I'm talking diesel RPMs again. Promised I wouldn't do that. Right, well, this is a short voyage, because I'm sure very soon we're going to come across Northwich. We might be out of luck, both of us. There might be none. We might have to move further down. I think they're called the Hunt Locks or something. We may have to move further down over there, but there'll be something. We'll get something. But over there, that's a little narrow. In fact, is that the official River Weaver? Because there's some bridges where I've cycled across. It might even be that very bridge. It might be one a little bit further on, where I've cycled across when I was travelling from the moorings up on the canal, up on the slope up there, down and through the country park to get to Northwich. So I've crossed that little subsidiary, tributary, whatever it's called anyway, you know what I mean. So I think the engine's probably had a decent little bit of a run there, so I'm going to back off a little bit down to 50. It's quieter, it's more relaxed, it's more pleasant. But anyway, we're doing a nice speed. Engine feels okay. I gave it an extra service recently, just an ad hoc extra service. I thought, why not throw an extra one in for it? Can't hurt, can it? It can only benefit. So it's not sounding, it's sounding fairly smooth. I should touch wood. The minute I start saying how great things are, they go tits up, usually within seconds. So don't tempt fate. But yeah, at the moment, let's say it's going great. So the Great Boat Lift, and now we are on the Weaver. The great thing about this river, by the way, one great thing, I'm looking at it now, you can turn your boat. Certainly this 50-foot boat will easily turn in most sections of the river. I can just turn around whenever I want. So I can do a short cruise. Say if I wanted to visit a laundrette, say, there's a realistic scenario that will be happening in the next few days. I could just pop up to the one-day moorings there, visit the laundrette, blah blah blah. I mean, I could just take the bike, but that'd be boring, wouldn't it? Drive the boat up, get into the laundrette on the bike, and then boat it back down, because you can just turn around. The business of having to travel to winding holes to turn your boat on the canal, it is a bit of a pain in the arse, I can't lie. But we are now, this is it, we are now formally on the outskirts of Northwich, because there's a little country park, the bench, you cycle down, and then pretty much as you come out of the country park, you're on the outskirts. So there's like an Asda, go past that. I think the big square building that you might be able to see, I think that's an Odeon, and there's a line of boats. I can already see some boats moored, so we'll see what we see here. I don't know, I might take a few revs off and do a slower approach, because I can see what Trev's, how he approaches it, and get a bead on the sort of what's there. But I remember looking and seeing that the moorings were next to the Odeon cinema when I looked on Google. Google Maps doesn't say moorings here, my canal map says moorings here, and I matched that up with the Google one. I look at both at the same time, and I could discern from this academic approach that there were moorings right next to the Odeon, and so they are. So, first mooring on the River Weaver. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see what we can do. Now at the moment, I can see a pontoon on the left up ahead, but it looks like there's, from what I can see so far, the first 100 yards of it, there's two boats, so it's fully occupied. I bet if you wanted to, you could moor on this side here, drive stakes in, spikes, pins, sorry, mooring pins. I bet you could stop there if you really wanted to, had to, and could get close enough in so you could make it work. That's a shopping centre, and beyond there is Northwich Town Centre, so that is a H&M store. There's the Odeon, see? I did not lie. You can see the sign. It's a huge building. Like, Trevor spotted a mooring. He's done a sharp turn to the left. So he spotted somewhere he can fit in. I can't see it yet, but clearly there's something. And I think what I'll do is I'll just slow down, because it's sort of, it'll give me more decision time. Now it'll just be sod's law if there's only one spec and there's two of us. Do you know something though? I don't want to be premature, but I think there's more than one spec. I think I might have a mooring here, guys. Fan-bloody-tastic. And they're 14 days as well. Oh my god. This is Christmas come early. 14 days, secure mooring. Now, I'll tell you straight away, right? This mooring here, Mistress Quickly, on the end, that's the best one, because that's away from all the kids. There's no kids going to be hanging about. The other moorings, a bit further on, are a bit more exposed. But listen, who's complaining? If I can just get on the end here, that would be such a bonus. Let's see if there's room. No, there isn't, is there? If these boats had squeezed up a little bit, I could have fitted in. Well, that is a real bummer. I can't do it. Don't think I can get in, Trev? Yeah, you reckon I can get in? Yeah. I'll give it a go. Right. I'm just going to throw it in reverse and see where I end up. Right. Are you okay there, Trev, yeah? It's going to be a bit of a weird mooring, this.
I'm coming back with the moorings quite regular.
Yeah.
The reason being is, I always want to get off the boat, obviously, from the back.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to put the arse end in sometimes.
So that's what you do, you moor from the back anyway when you can?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad, it's behaving itself. There we go. You know something, I think I might just fit in there, Trevor. I think you're right, mate. Are you sure you're okay? I think I can just jump off, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. The main thing is, Trev, do you just make sure my front end doesn't hit you there?
I don't care if you hit me.
Well, you know, I don't want to bump. Do you know what I'm going to do though, mate? I'm going to just, my front end's blowing round, so I'm going to have to bring myself around a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a flow.
It's bringing me round, so I might need you to pull me in actually. Sorry, mate.
That's not a problem. Let me just throw this around.
Yeah, you sort yourself out.
I'm running backwards otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm in the gang's corner all the time.
It's, I might throw you the stern line if this won't reach. But we'll see how we go. This would be a better one.
Get me close enough on that.
Now what I'm going to do, take some speed off.
Right.
That's right. Right, now I'm going forwards. That's it.
You have a knot
Beautiful.
here on purpose?
What's that?
You have a knot here on purpose? I was going to undo the knot for you.
I don't know how that got. I don't know how it got there. That just crept in, that. Do you know when on the approach, Trev, I thought I'm not going to make that. I was thinking that's just a little bit too short for me, but I think.
looked at it and I thought, as long as I go well forward there,
Yeah.
don't fit in.
Oh, that's a stroke of luck, that, mate. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I saw boats right down that end. I thought, oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, looking over there, it looks like there's some spaces, but this is really handy. This, like, hang on, I'm on the tyre.
Very well, mate.
I'll give you a hand now, matey. Just
That's alright, I'll just hit you in. I'll get the sample thing. Not going to go anywhere.
right. So, what I'm going to do, Trev, I've got more space at the back here. The further back I can go.
You've got loads at the front. 8 foot at the front.
But have you got enough room at your front?
Loads.
Right, well, let's go further back then. The more room I can give you, the better.
Yeah, don't worry about that. As long as I get on off the boat, it will matter.
There we go. Right, am I close to a bollard there at the front? I think that bollard where you are, that'll do for the front, and this will do for the back. Fantastic, right. I'll just get myself quickly tied on. I'll come and give you a hand.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll just throw that around there for you.
Beautiful. You sure you don't want a hand there?
Yeah, I'm fine. You carry on.
You're an old mariner. He's the morning, there's Trev tying up. So this is the Weaver. There's a couple of GRPs and another boat up front. There's the Odeon. There's people shopping, town centre, literally just there. And they're fairly secure. I think it's a lockable gate. You could get over, but they're not going to bother. So this is absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Love it.